Yo, quick heads up, we going live this Friday, December 1st at 9 p.m. to talk about fighting over toys and these crybaby toy tubers. It's going to be entertaining. Come stop by, say what's up, show love. We live Friday.
We outside!
What is going on, everybody? Articulated Ninja here. And it is not often on my channel that you guys see me do reviews for Marvel Legends, and it's because I barely pick up any Marvel Legends at this point. I'm so selective on what I do get. But this guy was definitely going to be something that I knew I was going to pick up. So let's get into my thoughts about this figure, what I love about it, and what I really do not like about this figure. And the question of this video is this possibly going to be the best Marvel Legends of the year? Let's say as far as males are concerned. Let's exclude that Black Widow, exclude females. As far as males are concerned, is this guy a heavy nomination for best male Marvel Legends of the year? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright, so y'all know what time it is. Let's check out D-ass on this action figure.
Hey, yo!
Pause. I'm talking about detail, articulation, accessories, and size. Where's your mind at?
I chose my path, you chose the way of the hero. And they found you amusing for a while, the people of this city. But the one thing they love more than a hero is to see a hero fail, fall, die trying. In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you.
You are the one that killed her.
When it comes to detail, we're talking about basically an entirely brand new sculpt from Marvel Legends from head to toe, which is rare. But when they do stuff like that, I like to shine a light to it, give them some acknowledgement, give them credit, because that is not often. It's really not often. I don't know how many times they're going to reuse this or even be able to reuse this because it's so character specific as far as this mold. I'm sure they'll find something to use it on, but as far as detailing, the sculpting on this is really nice. It doesn't have much texture though, but the sculpting on it is, I think it's really good. Seems to be really screen accurate. And we're going to talk about the price. That's going to be at the end of the video in the judgment section. But considering the price with the sculpting and the detail that's here, I definitely don't say that it's bad, because the detail on everything, his purple cloth that's around his upper body, his little utility belt and his strap, and you know, I think it's all good. I wish there was more detail on the pumpkin bomb that he has. I wish they could have just added a little bit more paint to it. But overall, regarding the entire figure detail wise, I really can't complain when it comes to detail. When it comes to articulation, for the most part, you can get him into a lot of green goblin type of poses, which is awesome. And of course, because it's Hasbro, anything that's a knife, a sword, a gun, it has to come warped, right? So of course the claws on his arm were warped and it looked bad, so I had to heat them up and like kind of bend them and straighten them out. But aside from the warping on his gauntlet on the claws, I'm really disappointed, because a figure like him should have a really great ab crunch, because he needs to crouch down. There's so many shots on Google where he's really crouched low to his glider, sometimes even grabbing the front of his glider, or he has his hand towards the front, and this guy's ab crunch is just straight trash.
Oh Lord.
The ab crunch does not allow him to really get down like that. That's the biggest disappointment. And then I wish he had a boot swivel. A boot swivel would also help him bend his legs and basically squat, because he needs to squat right over the glider. It would help him with squatting, and a boot swivel would go so far for having his legs bent from side to side on the glider. But there is no like boot swivel here. No, but below the knee is totally static until you get to the ankle. But I don't know why they missed that, when clearly they put so much cost into the figure already. Maybe that just pushed it over the budget, you know what I'm saying? But regardless, it was a really big miss. Him not having a great ab crunch, a really big miss, considering he's crouching when he's on the glider. He does not ride on this glider standing straight up. He's usually always crouching. So just in my opinion, an ab crunch would have went a really long way, especially if we were going to leave out a boot swivel. But aside from the ab crunch and a boot swivel, majority of Green Goblin poses that you want to get this guy into, you're going to be able to get him into. And he also has no butterfly joints, which even though I don't feel like a figure like him needs butterfly joints, I just feel like butterfly joints should just be standard on every retail Hasbro or Legends release. Like, it's just good to have. We're in 2023. Not having butterfly joints brings us back like 10 years ago. So this guy has 2 head sculpts, goggles, a pumpkin bomb, a glider, and a flight stand. I am not going to count these gray little foot pegs for the glider because that could have just been permanently on the glider. It's like a part of the glider. So I'm not counting those as accessories. You'll never have that on the figure unless he's on the glider. So the flight stand I thought was pretty cool and creative, I guess. I wish it was bigger though. This way it could just be higher off of the ground. I wish the pumpkin bomb had a few more paint apps than what it does, but the sculpting on it is really nice. And I wish he came with more hands. He comes with absolutely no hands and only 1 pumpkin bomb. I feel like at least 1 more gripping hand. This way he can fly through the sky with 2 bombs in his hand would have been awesome. But no. Aside from just the standard head sculpt, I really don't care about the hoodie and I really don't care about the goggles. Personally, for me, I don't like that look on him. I'd rather him either just be maskless or have the mask on. I do not like the goggles at all, so I don't really care about them. I didn't really show the goggles off with the hoodie during my video. And as far as the human face, I do feel like the likeness and everything, I feel like it's good. I feel like it's one of the better ones. It could have been way worse. Could it have been better? Of course. But I think it's good. In certain angles, it doesn't look like him too much, but in majority of the angles, it does look like him to me. So I'm okay with the head sculpt. I think that they did a good job. As far as size is concerned, I feel like it's good. I'm not sure how accurate it actually is because I don't remember him being that much bigger than Tobey Maguire and, you know, the original Spider-Man that he fought on screen. But I like his size. Like, I like that he is a little bit taller. I am totally okay with his size. He scales well to me with my other Spider-Man figures and G.I. Joe Classified figures, Action Force figures, just everything in the collection. I like that he's not too small. I would rather him be on a little bit of the taller side, and it seems like he kind of is. So I'm okay with that. I really do like his size. And of course, we just got him with some random figures here. And of course, we got to have him with the only Spider-Man that would actually beat his ass. And then of course, we got to get him next to some thick bitties, but this guy is kind of sick. So none of my thickies actually wanted to pose with this psycho, and it actually looks like he's about to take his ball and shove it up her.
Now that's fucked up.
It's okay to like the figure but not like the price, and I feel like this is one of those scenarios. I do have one on pre-order at helladopetoys.com for $49.99, and that's about the same price that he is in other places online as far as retail is concerned. I paid a little bit extra for this one on eBay just because I didn't want to be patient and wait. I wish that I would have. I feel like this figure should be more around the $40 or $35 price point. I get that he comes with a glider, but he comes with no extra hands at all, and he basically comes with no ab crunch. He definitely has no butterfly joints, and he has no boot swivel. Very basic 3 things that I feel like in 2023 should be included with every Marvel Legends release, every classified figure release, every release in general. Butterfly joints, a good ab crunch, and a boot swivel I feel like is pretty standard, and this guy does not have it. So in the articulation range, even though he can get into a lot of good poses, I feel like he's also extremely limited. It's kind of like he's a figure from 10-15 years ago. So I guess where they blew the budget on him is sculpting, detail, and, you know, maybe some of the rights for the actor's likeness, because they totally didn't spend much on articulation with this guy. Oh, and a lot of the budget had to go to the glider because it's detailed. It comes with a flight stand, but this is just all me guessing and trying to make sense to why his articulation is from 2005 on a figure that we definitely waited at least 10 to 15 years for to get a modern version of. But in comparison to some other counterparts like SH Figure Arts, that's an import company. But SH Figure Arts wants almost $200 damn for theirs. So I think that this is a really good affordable option if you don't have something like this in your collection, and I didn't. So for me, this is a really good option. Money is tight for majority of people right now, so like I said, I think that this is a really good option at the price point that it basically is compared to some other things that are out there. But it does look like the SH Figure Arts is going to totally wreck this on Articulation, as it should. It's an expensive import figure, and I think that price is ridiculous, close to $200. But if I'm paying $200, that shit better fly on its own too, let alone have a good ab crunch, which it looks like it does. But I think that Marvel Legends, I think that they did a good job here. Like, this figure genuinely surprised me, even with its flaws and its shortcomings. I was genuinely kind of impressed with this figure, and I feel like that's awesome. I do think this is probably the best and most affordable Green Goblin from the cinematic universe that we will ever get, to be honest. If you have the money, sure, go with Figure Arts. If you want to save some money, I do feel like this is a good option. Shout out to all of my channel members, man. I got a ton of videos about to drop for you guys. I've been non-stop recording, going to conventions. I'm finally back home. No conventions for a while, so I will be pushing these videos out, man. Overall, I like this figure. Another downside is just that even though Marvel Legends is reverting back to the window packaging, this figure I'm sure would have looked amazing in window packaging. But no, of course, we still get stuck with this shitty windowless packaging when it comes to this figure. I used to think packaging never mattered to me, but it absolutely mattered when they did the windowless boxes. I hated it for QC reasons, theft, just a ton of reasons. I hated it. I hate the packaging to this figure. Overall, a really nice figure at a questionable price point and a very shitty box. I could not wait to get rid of this box as soon as I got this nice figure out of it. And the link is in the description if you want to show love and support the channel, where you get access to tons of private videos, private statuses, private updates, behind the scenes stuff, private live streams, private giveaways, priority reply to comments, and a like-minded community of collectors. Channel members, aka the Ninja Clan, is growing super fast. I would have never thought we would be at over 100 damn members and counting, and we try to treat each other like family. I really don't tolerate any bullying or BS when it comes to private videos, private comments, private discussions, and in our private live streams. We just try to be supportive of each other because there is enough assholes out there, and I really don't need any of them to be a part of the Ninja Clan. Yo, I appreciate you guys, man. I hope everybody had a really good and safe, drama-free Thanksgiving. More videos on the way. Like I always say, life is short. Try to appreciate it more than you complain about it. Peace. G.I. Joe, classified, Marvel Legends on my mind, Valaverse and NECA time, Mythic Legions I must find, SH Figure Arts I can't lie, Rebel Tech got my pockets dry, Set action figures for life, Articulated Ninja is nice, yeah, you might wanna subscribe, action